You have no justice coming from no one. Right. You as it is written, like sheep among wolves. You want justice. You want freedom. You want equality.
Glad to answer these questions, Mr. Cup, to you and to the world. They are most essential that we should give the world the answer to such questions. I have been preaching and teaching the answers to these questions for many years. I give thanks first, Mr. Cup, to God.
The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, founder and leader of the Nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad's most important text has to be the fall of America. He reads, "It is not 20 years in the future, nor 15 years. The dreadful plagues and confusion of America are beginning to boil." Elijah Muhammad, Fall of America. We are in a world that is passing out of existence, and she is putting up a fight. Be aware. Elijah Muhammad, Fall of America. We fear the doom of America that is now cutting her to pieces. The prophecy teaches us that her doom will come in one day. One day means a year. Elijah Muhammad, the Fall of America. The destruction and fall of the world that we have known is now without a doubt. We are referring to the world of the white man, for the world of the black man has yet to come in. Elijah Muhammad, the Fall of America. Elijah Muhammad in the Fall of America outlines and describes the decline of America, the plagues of America, and the judgment and dreadful doom of America. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad in the Fall of America highlights, prophesizes, and almost predicts this coming imminent destruction of America.
Police and protesters in Baltimore. People here are angry there have been so few answers about the death of Freddie Gray and are using the moment to let out frustrations against what they say is a history of police mistreatment. Several people were arrested. It got ugly for a brief period at the end of the day and marred what was otherwise an overwhelmingly peaceful day of protest throughout the city.
He's gonna kill him.
He's trying to kill him. He's trying to...
What's your name, sir? Your name's go f yourself, all right? Go f yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, officer. Go f yourself.
Officer, go f yourself. Distract.
The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad in the book entitled The Fall of America by Elijah Muhammad, founder and leader of the Nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad describes in his chapter The Fall of the Dollar, where he reads, "This is the number one fall, and it is very clear. The loss of the power of the American dollar means the loss of financial power of America."
Following the adoption of the US dollar as the currency for oil, the consequences may fall to you. Today, we will focus on the petrodollar. Nations around the world use our currency in the trading of oil, thus creating high demand for the US dollar. But be warned, anyone who threatens the US dollar won't fare well. Just ask Muammar Gaddafi or Saddam Hussein. Both challenged the US dollar as the currency of exchange, and the US military set them in their place. If a greater power were to challenge the petrodollar and succeed, America as a superpower would be no more.
In 1945, the Bretton Woods Agreement established the dollar as the world reserve currency, which meant that international commodities were priced in dollars. The agreement, which gave the United States a distinct financial advantage, was made under the condition that those dollars would remain redeemable for gold at a consistent rate of $35 per ounce. The United States promised not to print very much money, but this was on the honor system, because the Federal Reserve refused to allow any audits or supervision of its printing presses. This was printing far more money than it had in gold. And in response, they began to ask for their gold back. This, of course, set off a rapid decline in the value of the dollar. The situation climaxed in 1971 when France attempted to withdraw its gold and Nixon refused.
I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to defend the dollar against the speculators. I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets, except in amounts and conditions determined to be in the interest of monetary stability and in the best interest of the United States.
The world would entrust the United States with their gold. It was outright theft. In 1973, President Nixon asked King Faisal of Saudi Arabia to accept only US dollars as payment for oil and to invest any excess profits in US Treasury bonds, notes, and bills. In return, Nixon offered military protection for Saudi oil fields. Moving the dollar off of gold and tying it to foreign oil instantly forced every oil importing country in the world to start maintaining a constant supply of Federal Reserve paper. And in order to get that paper, they would have to send real physical goods to America.
The Most Honorable Elijah, the Fall of America. He reads, "Rain destroys property and kills cattle by drowning them in low lands. Rain destroys the hiding places of vicious beasts and reptiles, bringing them out. Large bodies of water at the ocean shorelines will be made to swell with unusually high waves." Elijah Muhammad, The Fall of America.